It's a sad fact that there are people in this world that just don't seem to care about anything or anybody but themselves. It's extremely unfortunate that many people like these tend to abuse, neglect, or abandon their animals. Keep reading to discover a story about strength and overcoming the odds, but don't forget the tissues because this one might be a tearjerker. This beautiful pit bull is named Bear, and despite his name, he's more likely a teddy bear than anything you'd actually find in the woods. Unfortunately, Bear didn't exactly have the easiest start to life. Given the odds, Bear shouldn't even be alive to tell the tale. But thanks to the love of humans and Bear's will to survive, he's as strong as ever. Bear was walking around a gas station in Trenton, New Jersey with 2 other dogs when something happened that changed Bear's life forever. Out of nowhere, a car came around the corner and hit Bear. Whether the driver realized it or not, it drove off, leaving Bear on the ground to die. Fortunately, there was someone there to help the dying puppy. Thankfully, the kind stranger had seen everything that happened. Knowing that Bear had been hurt, she immediately rushed him to the animal hospital. Bear was in a pretty dangerous spot, but the hospital staff was able to save his life. Sadly, the veterinarian couldn't save Bear's eye. His left eye was bloodshot and painful, and his right eye was completely demolished, explains his current owner, Katie. The right eye was literally melting out of his head. He looked like something out of a sick horror movie, she continued. And unfortunate as it was, the veterinarians had to remove Bear's eyes. The saddest part isn't that he was hit or that he lost his eyes, though. The saddest part was how his owner reacted when she saw him. Instead of being grateful that her dog survived, the owner said she'd be back to pick him up, but she never returned. Fortunately for Bear, there was a hero waiting for him right around the corner. One of the staff members at the hospital was touched by Bear's story, so she told her daughter, Katie, about him. It was clear that they had only one option. Katie and her mother decided to open their hearts and home to the poor soul. That's all it took for Bear to have his life completely turned around. Thanks to Katie and her mother, Bear is now the happiest, sweetest pup, but they weren't out of the clear just yet. It wasn't long before Katie would realize that it's not exactly easy to raise an animal with special needs. At first, his blindness caused issues. For example, he wouldn't walk unless he was between someone's legs. He was terrified of cars, and new environments were hard for him. But with patience and understanding, those obstacles were overcome, and he runs through life with glowing confidence now, explains Katie. You see, it just goes to show that an animal can recover from abuse as long as they have loving people around them. And Katie and her mom were most certainly capable of showing Bear the love that he deserved. Katie and Bear's relationship wasn't exactly a one-way street either. Bear helped Katie out too. Bear was lucky enough to find a family that cared for him so much, but Katie is lucky to have Bear as well. Whenever I'm feeling down or more panicked than usual, he'll sit next to me, on top of me in fact, lick my face, and do anything in his power to lighten my world. It can be so hard when you have a dog with issues, but I swear it gets so much better and it's so worth it, said Katie. Now that Bear is in a home where he's being shown plenty of love and affection, he's thriving better than ever. With Katie by his side, Bear is learning to become more comfortable with his inability to see. And instead of cowering between Katie's legs, Katie can tell that he's becoming more and more willing to lead the way. More often than not, dogs that are left on the side of the road don't make it for too long. Fortunately, there were loving people to help Bear get the help that he needed. And even though his original owner didn't want him, Bear found an even better forever home full of love.